Okay, so this is bedroom 3. This is a sleep number bed, and you can see here that it's actually plugged in, but usually they don't plug it in. But just for the demonstration purposes, I plugged it in because some people may plug it in. This is just our grounding cable that's running out to the yard. And then just to show you guys that the Wi-Fi is in the bedroom, as well as there's a TV and a box, cable box as well. So this is one of the things that Wi-Fi, RF is going to impact the people that are here. So maybe putting a timer on there, turning the power off, the Wi-Fi off, and if that's not possible, figuring out if we can move that. And if that's not possible, turning off the Wi-Fi at minimum, just turning off the Wi-Fi and using a hardwired, because this has the cable going down. I think there's a cable that goes up. I have to verify that. Oh, okay. Yeah, everything is on wireless, unfortunately. So there are some other options that we'll talk about. But we're going to do body voltage in bedroom number 3 now. Okay, so we're going to do body voltage here. There is obviously 2 lamps here, and we have a fan, and the bed is plugged in. So let's go ahead and turn on our body voltage, see where we are. So we're pretty high, so you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the bed. That brought it down. We're still at 314. So let's go ahead and unplug this, which is on the other side here. And sometimes these are hard to unplug and plug back in. So
I can do that for
you. Okay. So now we are still at 230, 247. Let's turn off the fan. We're going to unplug the fan. Wow. Without the fan, we're down to 108. And then the last light we're going to turn off. And we're down to 54. So I'm just going to leave it at that for now. With everything turned off, we're at 54 for body voltage, bedroom number 3. Okay, so for bedroom number 3, we were able to actually get the body voltage down to 54 after we unplugged everything. So as you saw, we unplugged this light, and of course the bed. So this is a sleep number bed, and this bed actually is not used. So we didn't really measure this one because it's not really being used, but it would have the same kind of impact. But we did find that there's wiring errors here. So the wiring errors are basically both of these outlets have an open ground, just like the other ones. So our recommendation is to fix the ground and using grounding mats. Okay, so I just want to go over some things about body voltage, just to clarify a few things. So the body voltage can actually change from person to person, and there are some things that may actually alter the reading. So I just want to go over those. So number 1 is the primary influences. Obviously, these are the biggest impact. We just went over all of this, which is the location, the circuits, etc., as well as the type of materials. So obviously, as you get closer to the electric fields, even when I was walking up to it, I become an antenna. I can influence the readings. So we were trying to be cognizant of that and have the readings correctly done. So what affects the body voltage? So obviously, if the person is not hydrated, the hydration and water content definitely impacts the higher conductivity of the voltage. So if we're working with people who are dehydrated, etc., we wouldn't get the same readings. And then the skin conductivity. So obviously, sweaty or moist skin has better conduction. So that can increase the voltage reading. And different clothings may impact it. Metal implants or jewelry potentially may impact it. Also, the body fat and the muscle ratio can also affect how much voltage is picked up. So I know that was a question with different readings, etc. So this should hopefully make that clear. We use the same person for all the testings so that we can have at least a standard there. And then the overall health of the person or the biofield strength. So these can definitely influence the body volt readings. As well as the environmental conditions. So humidity in the air, electrostatic charges, and seasonal changes. So for accurate readings, we're always testing while lying in bed in a natural sleep posture. You want to use bare skin. Basically, you put it in the hand. And ground cable is properly attached to the true earth ground. So we did actually run it out into the ground outside here. And all electronic devices are off unless they're part of the test. And then measure before and after mitigation for comparison. So we will definitely come back and test again after the mitigations have taken place. So another question might be, how does the body voltage relate to the electric fields, and what are we measuring with the bedrooms versus the body? So again, when we're testing for electric fields, we're actually looking at the intensity of an electric field that's present in the environment. For example, it could be coming from the walls, the floors, the ceiling, the wiring, the appliances, etc. It's actually a spot measurement taken at a specific point in space without the body being involved. And we measure that with volts per meter or millivolts per meter. So basically, we're just measuring how strong the electric fields are in a specific location. It doesn't tell us how much of that field is actually entering the body. And what we want to look for is actually how much of that is impacting the person while they're sleeping. So we look at the body voltage. So with that, we're looking at how much of the electrical potential voltage is your body picking up from the surrounding alternating current electrical fields. And this is measured on your body. So we're actually measuring your body. And we obviously do that while you're laying in bed, and we ground it. So just remember that your body acts like an antenna. It is conductive. And when you're near electric fields, even just walking near outlets and extension cords and stuff like that, you will absorb some of that energy. It's the same thing with charging cables, cords, computer charging cables, etc. All of that actually emits electrical fields, and you're going to be absorbing that. So the body voltage actually shows how much electric field your body is actually being exposed to, not just what's floating out in the air. How much of that are you absorbing? So I hope that clears out the differences between the electric fields and the body voltage. So the goal in building biology is to bring this down to 10 or below, if it's possible. Okay, I hope that was beneficial. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Make it a blessed day.